Hi everyone, it's Daniel here. Today I'll be reviewing a very, very special album, which is Hello Must Be Going by Phil Collins. So, yep, this is his second studio album. Came out just after Abacab was released by Genesis, and came out after Face Value, obviously. So, yeah, this came out, well, obviously after Face Value, but of course Face Value did really well, and yeah. Phil Collins decided to write this album, and yeah, I like the front cover. The back cover's pretty much the same, but yeah. Quite cool, to be fair. The inside, trust me, the inside's going to get better, but anyhow, so there's the front. I've got a sticker here. Virgin Value, that's cool, I guess. A reference to Face Value's first album, I'm assuming. I don't know, but yeah. I got this cheap, got it for £5 from the record shop, and yeah, I literally, like, the only two songs I knew from this album were I Don't Care Anymore and You Can't Hurry Love, because obviously those two songs were the biggest hits of this album, but played it on my vinyl player and literally blown away. Such a great Phil Collins album. Dare I say, it's probably my favourite Phil Collins album. Tied very close to Face Value, I would say. But anyhow, here's the front, here's the spine, here's the back. So we've got Phil Collins' face again with a blue background, and we have 5 songs on both sides. So yeah, that's 10 in total. Let's go through them all. So the opening track is I Don't Care Anymore. Very upbeat but dark song. I really like that song, but yeah, it was a hit single for Phil Collins. Some people call it In the Air Tonight Part 2, but I think the song's really good, and yeah, one of the songs where Phil's quite angry, and yeah, he wrote this song. Well, he wrote this whole album, not just that song. Like after the divorce of his first wife, so yeah. The Genesis album Duke and his first solo album Face Value were, most of the songs were written about his wife and him trying to save his marriage and all that. So yeah, it's really cool. Great songwriter Phil Collins is. I love him, both solo and Genesis. So don't get me wrong, I can't pick which side of Phil Collins is my favourite. And no, I don't think he wrote Genesis. So yeah. The next song is I Cannot Believe It's True. Such a great song. Very happy, very upbeat. I love this song. The melodic bass line, the horns, the keyboards. Just a great song. Just very upbeat. And yeah, the first time I heard it, fell in love with it straight away. Some really cool chord changes and all that. And yeah, just a really upbeat, happy song. Just a song to kind of like chill out and just like dance a bit, if you get what I mean. So yeah. And the next song is Like China. Yeah, I like it, even though Phil Collins does a Cockney accent throughout. I still really like it, and there's a few bits in that I really like. And yeah, it just mostly focuses on the guitar going dum 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 dum. Yeah, Daryl Stuermer comes back on guitar, which I think he's a really cool guitarist. And he played bass for Genesis as well. And well, switch between guitar and bass. Yeah, you usually swap like between instruments with Mike Rutherford, which, yeah, very cool. The next song is probably my favourite song on the album, Do You Know, Do You Care? A really dark song, I love it. The drums are amazing. The gated reverb on Phil's snare comes back, and yeah, it's grander than ever. Literally, this song's dark. It blew me away the first time I heard it. I love this song. I literally want to play this song at full volume. Literally, this was the only song off the album that wasn't a hit single or released as a single on its own. I know. Was it because it was too dark or just not as good as the other songs? Yeah, I would probably like pick that song over like a few of the other songs on the album. So yeah, such a great song. There's a trumpet in it as well, like at the beginning and the end. You can briefly hear it, but that's played by Phil, so yeah. I'll get into more detail like about that when I open up the record. But anyhow, next track we have the Supremes cover, You Can't Hurry Love. I really like Phil Collins' version. It's quite similar to the original, except with a more 80s production and Phil singing it, of course. and different musicians. But yeah, it's a nice cover. I like it, and it was a hit single for Phil, which, yeah, good on him. So that's side one. So far we've had a really good side one. Side two, on the other hand, we have It Don't Matter to Me, which is quite an upbeat song. Very nice. I like that one. Another upbeat song. Pretty similar to I Cannot Believe It's True, but like in a different arrangement. I quite like that song. It's one of his more underrated songs. Next track, which is a really underrated song, and I'm afraid to say some people don't actually like this song, but I am in love with this song. 3D's Walls, such a great song. It's sort of a mix of Paul Young and Peter Gabriel, even though Paul Young's album would come out a year after this. So this album came out in 1982, and then Paul Young would start his solo career in 1983. But anyhow, 3D's Walls, quite a spooky song. I know what it's actually about. It's about Phil Collins overhearing his next door neighbours and all that, and what they get up to, which I won't go into further detail, but such a nice song. The gated reverb drum fill comes back, the same one used in the Air Tonight. Such a spooky song. I love the synths used, the marimba. It's just an amazing song. And the ending's also really good as well. And yeah, I love that song. I don't care what people say. This album overall is really underrated. Most people say this is one of his weaker albums, but I think it's actually really good. The production's better than Face Value, but I still love Face Value, don't get me wrong. But yeah, call this Face Value Part 2. Do what you want. But anyhow, next track we have is Don't Let Him Steal Your Heart Away, another first ballad on this album. Quite a strong song, and Don't Let Him Steal Your Heart Away. Just a beautiful song. I love the piano, the strings. Kind of reminds me of something the Commodores would have done. It's just a beautiful song. And then we have the only instrumental on the album, which is The West Side. I really like that one. Got Don Myrick on the saxophone, one of the Phoenix horns. Incredible, just amazing. A few harmony vocals from Phil, but yeah, other than that, it's a really good instrumental, and I would highly recommend it. If you're a fan of Droned or Hand in Hand, then yeah. And then we have the closing track, which gets me in tears every time. Why Can't It Wait Till Morning? It's such a beautiful song. It's literally just Phil on vocals and the piano, and then we've got Arif Mardin on as the conductor, and it's just literally just like a string and brass orchestra behind Phil, and there's winds as well, like flutes and all that. It's just beautiful, and literally just Phil on the piano and singing. So yeah, such a beautiful song. I love it. Gets me every time. A beautiful album closer, and just an amazing album. I love it. I love all the tracks. My top favourites: I Cannot Believe It's True, Do You Know, Do You Care? Also, I forgot to mention, I Don't Care Anymore, Do You Know, Do You Care, and the West Side contain bass pedals, so yeah. I think Phil borrowed some of the instruments from Mike and Tony from Genesis, but I'm not sure. Those two songs, Through These Walls and Why Can't It Wait Till Morning, but I still love the other songs. The other songs are great, and I think those songs definitely stand out the most to me. Anyhow, here's the inside of the vinyl. Very cool. We've got Tom Tom 84 right here. Got the Phoenix horns at the bottom. Phil and the trumpet. Her move over Michael and Romley, I think that's his name. One of the Phoenix horns, I'm not sure, but yeah. I know they went Earth, Wind and Fire, and very talented horn section. Got Daryl Sturmer right there. He would still play with Phil Collins in his next two albums. No Jacket Required, but seriously. Got Phil Collins' then girlfriend, later wife, Jill. We've got his son Simon, and just really nice. We've got Hugh Padgham as well. Hello, must be going. Quite clever. I really like this. Face Value had the same, but I only own the CD, so yeah, there's Phil going through his songs right there. I don't know who she is, but okay. Backing vocalist maybe, I don't know. But anyhow, let's open up the vinyl and I'll show you what it looks like. So yeah. Yeah, Virgin Records, that was the record label for this album. So yeah, very high quality, very good. This vinyl doesn't skip one bit. So there's side 1 and there's side 2. I've done this by accident before. Like, I mean to turn over, like, how do I say this? I'm always supposed to, like, when I'm finished side 1, I'm supposed to turn over to side 2, but then accidentally play side 1 again. And yeah, I'm like, I don't care anymore, that's on side 1. I'm like, oh, I haven't switched side, I know I've done that. Yeah, it's just me forgetting to switch over to the side of the album, yeah, to the other side of the album, if you know what I mean. But yeah, quite silly pictures, but they're lovable, and yeah, just great memories of Phil and his friends making some great music. So yeah, imagine just like thinking you're playing one side of an album, like the next side, and you realise, oh, it's exactly the same, but then you realise you haven't turned over. I know, I've done that plenty of times, but anyhow. This has been my review of Phil Collins' album, Hello, I Must Be Going, which contains some great songs. Just an amazing album, I love it. It's probably my favourite Phil Collins album. Just brilliant. It's a perfect mix of like Phil's dark side, Phil's like bright upbeat pop side, and then his more softer ballad like side. So yeah, just an amazing album, some great production, absolutely beautiful, and yeah. Do You Know, Do You Care? If you're not listening to that song, then definitely give it a listen. I would highly recommend that song. And yeah, thank you for watching, everyone. This has been my review of Phil Collins' second studio album, Hello, I Must Be Going. And yeah, so if you haven't listened to it, definitely give it a listen with a fresh set of ears. If you've already listened to it, let me know what you think of this album. Do you like it? Do you dislike it? I really want to know. So yeah, thanks once again, and take it easy. Peace.